Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Packside Gaming. Alright, here we go. So, this is one of the more difficult achievements that we obtained in the game. And I say we because I didn't actually get this achievement in this moment. We took turns with it, so you're going to have to just take my word for it. The other dude that I'm playing with that's playing as Leonardo, who's jumping around everywhere, that's the strategy here. So, that person's going to get the achievement, and he's dropping those bombs. He's doing his specials every now and then, just to kind of help clear the area, but he's, essentially we agreed that he wasn't going to take a chance on fighting these enemies, you know, because if he gets tapped even once, it's over. We gotta start all over. So, my goal here was to actually just distract all the enemies, keep them on this side of the elevator, while he just kind of jumps back and forth on the other side, calling them out to me. So having a mic does definitely help in this moment. He would say something like, hey, there's a dude with a rocket aimed at me, or someone's throwing, you know, weapons, or the dudes with the, I forget what the little chain things with the balls that wrap around your legs. I don't know what those things are called, but they're a pain in the ass, and I don't know if you get hit with one of those, if it counts or not. But more than likely, I would imagine it does. So he would call all these dudes out to me, and we only did it with 2 people, so it's not impossible to do with 2 people. I would imagine it's a lot easier to do if you can gather 4 dudes together. I'm sorry, 4 gamers together to kind of participate, and everyone just take turns. That seems to be the easiest method for this. But there were some tougher enemies towards the end, and there are 3 sections, so there are 3 levels of enemies. The battle results for 1 right here, and then there are 2 others that you have to go through. And, you know, obviously there's a progression in difficulty. It gets a little bit more difficult the further you go, but in this moment it was kind of just like, okay, are we doing alright? Just kind of, you know, gather our composure and just say, okay, here comes the next one, keep doing what you're doing, man. And those things that just, man, this is where it got a little tougher. Those dudes are throwing the little chain things, and so those are the ones that you want to take out first, obviously, the ones that are able to aim and lock on to targets and stuff. And I saw that missile chase him, and I freaked out. I was like, dude, are you alright? Did you get hit? And he was like, nah, I'm fine, but I need you to take care of those rocket guys for me. I was like, I'm on it, man. So, this is basically what we did. We just went back and forth, and he called them out, and I used my specials as much as possible to clear the area, and he would jump back and forth, and whenever his specials regenerated, he would run over, use his special real quick, and then run away. And that's just something that we kind of agreed upon, that he would take a chance at, just to assist a little bit. But if it doesn't work for you, I wouldn't risk it. You also want to make sure, if you're not doing it with 4 people, that you kind of just pay attention to the computers as well, because if they die, then you have to maintain all of the focus on you and distract the enemies as much as possible. Otherwise, as long as they're alive and they're doing a lot of the fighting, they'll be able to help with the distraction as well. Although they're not exactly aware of what they're doing. You can utilize them as much as possible and just kind of like abuse the AI effect of the game. And if I'm not mistaken, this was actually the run where there was a particular moment where I died and I had to go down. And I don't know if you're familiar with the game. If you are up to this point and you got to this point, you should know that once you die completely, you drop down below the surface, and you have to eat a bunch of pizza to kind of regain your health, and then you can come back up once you have full health again. So this is going to be the 3rd run, and that actually happened to me at one point, and I was freaking out. I was talking to my buddy Corbin over the mic, and I was like, yo, man, are you okay? Like, what's going on there? He's like, yeah, they're just, like, about to kill me. And I was like, alright, I'm coming back, whatever. So, communication is definitely key in this achievement. I've yet to kind of test this on single player. I've yet to attempt it on single player. I imagine it would probably be along the same lines, though. So let's talk about single player for a moment. If you were trying to do this on single player, I would recommend just running in circles. Maybe pick up some easy special moves that regenerate quickly and use those constantly. Maybe ones that don't necessarily aren't as powerful, don't hurt as much, but with the regeneration effect being quicker than others, you can at least hit more often, and that way, you know, it won't allow enemies an opportunity to kind of retaliate. And this is I think this is where I died. Oh no, I ran over to Donatello and he picked me back up. But yeah, single player mode I wouldn't recommend, but if you had to, I would say just do what Corbin is over here, who's Leonardo. He's just running in circles. If you can see that, he's just bouncing around. And I told him, don't try to pick up the other dudes. Don't worry about it. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep running around in circles. Because if he were to try to stop and help Raph or Donatello in that moment there, he probably would have gotten hit himself. So I actually waited for Raph to come back to make sure that Corbin at least had someone, you know, kind of in the wings waiting and helping. I might be mistaken. Maybe I didn't die this time. I don't know. Maybe it was a different run. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah, and I apologize again. I'm probably not going to be able to prove to you that I got this trophy pop. But, you know, just take my word for it. It popped for Corbin. And I just wanted to show you my view of what took place. And not necessarily his. Because, I mean, all he's doing is jumping around. You need to be able to see the enemies that you're going to be fighting. Let me know if this helps you more than the other. If not, I can post the other video as well, just so you can kind of see what he's doing. I don't really think it necessarily matters too much, though. But as you probably guessed already, this is the final enemy of this particular section. And we did pretty good. This was our first run, and Corbin got the achievement on the first run. Again, I'm sorry you're not going to be able to see his achievement pop, but just take my word for it. Also, if you're doing this with other people, make sure you're not being selfish and help them out for the achievement as well. But thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe to Packside Gaming, and more to come from this channel.